I'm a great, great girl. Your family would be crazy not to love me. I am a catch of the century. I am.
Except for when you have a bad attitude. Are you bipolar?
Hey guys, I'm Josh.
I'm Billy.
And I'm Ashley.
And today we're talking Love is Blind, episodes 8 through 10. And we like to start off by thanking all the new subscribers and, of course, all the people that have been subscribed. And we've got a lot of good comments, and we appreciate each and every one of you guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this one really took off for us.
Yeah.
All right.
Now it's time to get litty titty.
Indeed.
That's right. Got me some Jack and Coke.
Oh, yeah. Got me some rum breezy, baby.
Not as fun as what the girls were having, I'll tell you that.
That's right.
Maybe this is like more of what the guys were into.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's start off talking about Brennon and Alexa. Not a whole lot from them these 3 episodes,
Yeah,
really.
no, not much, man. It's kind of boring on their side. I mean, you got a little hot under the collar for Brennan when he went to visit Dad and Grandpa, though. I'd say that much, man.
Yeah, and I gotta know, is this guy a sales manager now, or is he a wastewater treatment engineer guy? Because it says sales manager now, so I'm like, what is going on?
I didn't even catch that.
I mean, Netflix can't get the
funny.
ages right, can't get the occupations right. I have no idea how old any of these people are or what.
Well, I think we know how old Matt is. At
Yes,
this
Matt
point.
is 28, evidently.
I mean, the tattoo, apparently.
But Netflix has got the ages right in the past, or wrong in the past, so.
All right, so let's talk about the conversation Brennan had with Alexa's family.
Well, her grandpa and dad, right? Yeah, that was crazy, man. Like, can you imagine, like, a dude's or a chick's dad sitting you down and saying, hey, man, you just signed this too, saying that if you and my daughter get you divorced, that you're going to still pay for all of her shit.
Yeah, I'm
like,
what is going on here?
What is the divorce then?
Right, and it's like, what if she initiates it? You know, it's like, what, am I still going to pay for it?
They trying to bamboozle my boy into some kind of lifelong contract
yeah,
to pay
man.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And on top of that, like, hey, oh, by the way, your kid's going to be Jewish. And there's any discussion, your kids are going to be
I think
Jewish.
Brennan has a say in that. I think his kids might have a say in that. Of course, ethnicity-wise, they're going to be, part Jewish. But, like, if we're talking religion... then...
Exactly, which is what they were talking.
But he seems to just kind of go along with it. It
He's
makes me
yes
wonder
man.
how...
He's yes man.
I don't know how religious he really is. So,
Well, he says he mentions like Christianity and that, and he's like, I don't really follow or what.
Right.
Yeah, he said his family is. Yeah.
So, I mean, he's probably just kind of like, okay, I'm open to it. But I'm sure there's something in him that's being thrown off of like, hey, is this not something we can discuss?
Yeah.
You know,
I
like,
guarantee-
the fact that you're dictating this to me.
Yeah, I guarantee you it's eating at him, and we'll probably see that in the
Guarantee
next several set episodes. Or
And I don't blame him for what he said, because if I was in that situation, I would probably placate them and just agree. But later, I'm having a conversation with Alexa.
Oh hell yeah, no doubt.
And saying, what's with your dad and your grandpa?
Yeah, but look, this is our family. It's gonna be our kids.
And she said, don't worry about them. It's about us and how we do it. And then okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Buy me a new outfit.
Yeah, just like make sure I don't got to wear the same thing twice, and we're good.
Mm-hmm. And then let's move on to Colleen and Matt. Colleen's showing off her ballerina skills here.
Yeah, man, the little
She's
dancing.
been talking about it. Now it's time to show it off.
I mean, we had to see it, right? We were bound to see it at some point.
Yeah, I mean, it'd been kind of a shame if we didn't get to see it during all these episodes.
Yeah, and you know what?
It's pretty good.
What is kind of a shame is they don't really address the blow up from the last episode
they
too
just
much.
completely skip over that.
Where the F was Colleen? Like, where was she?
She was just out and about.
Yeah, I mean, they do kind of talk about it. Oh, well, me and the girls were going to the club. Went to the club. We thought, I tried calling you. She said, I tried calling you. I tried texting you. So
she does say she kind of put Matt in his place a little bit and said, like, look, here's the deal. You're going to lose me if you keep doing this kind of crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
but, I mean, they don't really address, like, how that came about, like, when she came home. I wanted to see when she came home or when there was that and when they talk about it with his friends, it's kind of like, yeah, we had a little thing, I mean, he packed his bags, he was ready to go. Like, it was just a little thing.
It was little. It's just me. It's just little.
It was just, I mean, we've had a few little spats.
Yeah. And I mean, Matt needs to learn some emotional control. Even his friends are saying, like, oh, that's Matt for you. Did he yell? So apparently this is pretty routine for him.
Yeah, his buddies are all, yeah.
I watched them walk through that aquarium, and I saw the dinner table set up. And
that was pretty sweet.
And I was like, that's so sweet. And then I'm thinking, wow, it's going to really echo in there when he raises his voice. It's the first thing I thought of. I'm like, what's going to happen when Matt goes off?
Say it.
Say it.
Come on, just say it, Colleen. Say it.
And she's like, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it.
Say it.
No, I just...
Say it. Say it. Say it. Say it.
No.
Say it.
I just,
Say it.
right now, no.
But
Yeah,
then
that
she
was
said
awkward.
Yeah, she came out and said, fine, dude, you
Good
want to
for
hear
her.
it? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think she's seen what we're all seeing, and it's a little scary for her. Maybe she's seen it all along. I'm still on board with the whole, we don't know what the heck we're talking about up here because we only know what Netflix is showing us.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they all feel some kind of things that we're feeling that we don't think that they're feeling.
Yeah, we're seeing little tiny chunks of a 24-hour period in an hour.
Yeah. So has she been feeling this way all along, or was this the blow up that was like, oh, wait a second, maybe there is something here.
Maybe she had a good talk with the girls while they were out.
Yeah.
You know, because they're doing that a lot in these episodes.
They all have opinions.
We hear a lot of talk about Cole. You and the girls are hanging out.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, they were kind of clowning on Cole, man. He's just a little boy.
But she says, I just can't see myself like really being with you for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
So that's pretty big.
She says, not if it's going to be like this.
Yeah. And then you just see his face, like kind of like contemplating, and like his eyes doing like something was going on in there. And then
I was curious.
And then they move on. I'm like, I need to see the reaction.
And that's kind of the theme with these episodes, though, is like at first, all of them are doing pretty well again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden there's a turning point. So.
Yeah, I got to tell you, man, I was like very hopeful. You know, at first in these episodes, like, damn, everybody's looking good again.
Yeah, I was like,
everything's going the right way, and then it just all went to shit again.
Yeah,
because last time we said we don't know if any of them are getting together, and then maybe this first episode of these three, you're like, maybe they're all getting together.
Yeah.
So things were going pretty good with Colleen and Matt, and then he asked
They're
for that,
toying
and
with us.
then it's not good.
Totally.
Is toying with us.
Like if either one of them say yes at this point, I'd be freaking floored.
She looked a little uncomfortable when she was talking to like him and his boys and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. All right, next let's get into Bartise and Nancy.
Oh, Bartise, man, that dude, that just ain't happening, man. I mean,
He's trying to keep it together.
He is, but
especially in the beginning of this.
He's trying, but then again, just like the rest of them, it kind of goes downhill a little bit, and you just know. Then Netflix already ruined it for us with a couple episodes ago when they showed that little future thing of her brother getting up screaming at Bart, whoever he was screaming at, saying, "You guys are just wasting our effing time."
Is that a red herring though?
Maybe.
Or is Netflix like,
what's wasted?
We know what we're doing.
Yeah. What time was wasted? Explain that to me.
But they are dancing and having a pretty good time and building that up.
Salsa.
Yeah, and then they even get these permanent bracelets. What do you think about that? You ever seen that before?
No, I never seen that before. I was like, that was cheesy, man.
It was.
It was okay.
You just break it, you know. It's like, oh, they're forever. But like, no, they're tiny, thin as hell. You just break it off.
They say forever, but you can actually take a pair of scissors and like
just cut it right off. Yeah,
they're so thin. Yeah. But it's the gesture. The gesture was nice.
It's like a high school thing or something, you know. When I think about something like that. But.
I mean, you can't get an MRI with it and stuff, so it's gonna.
Yeah, you're gonna have to
come off.
Yeah, surgery. You gotta take that off.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, like, what if it gets snagged on something, or you fall and it gets snagged?
Really
but I'm like, it's probably gonna break, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I thought it was kind of like a cool.
It was a cool gesture.
But,
yeah,
I don't know.
I wonder how expensive they are though, because it
I think
better not be an expensive.
I think like $30 to $100.
Better not be an expensive gesture if it's gonna be not that permanent.
I mean, their date was cool, you know. I mean, he seems like he's trying, but at the same time, like all the stuff that's happened in the past and all the problems he's had, it's like, how much is that? Is it just him trying to appease the camera at this point, right? You know.
You know what is weird is like he eventually has a moment where he talks to his sister, and when he's talking to his sister, like the looks come up again, and he acts like, you know, Nancy is like this hideous woman,
right.
and she's like, "You're better than that. That's not you." And I'm like, "Geez,
just get past it. Think of her with a bag over her head or something."
Well,
like,
but then she's
really,
like, like, when she tells him Nancy's a beautiful woman, she's like, "Dude, Nancy's a beautiful woman."
Which I find, you know, I agree. Like, I mean, he should be getting past. Like, there shouldn't be anything to get past. She's beautiful, right? But the sister really like encouraging him to like just look past it, whatever, which that's just kind of weird to say, but she's encouraging him
to remember
make
what he
it
fell
work.
in love with in the
to
pod.
make it work. And that was the one. Remember, she didn't really
I mean, Bartise is
connect
no
with her very
Monet
well.
himself. You know what I
Right.
mean? I mean, he's an
I know.
okay looking guy,
Yeah.
but like he's talking like
He's got the
you know,
buffness going for him. You know, he's a big buff dude.
he's
so.
a big, you know, strong looking guy, but you know,
Yeah.
I mean, Nancy's pretty good looking too. So
Yeah, exactly, man.
But-
I think they make a good looking couple. You know?
yeah,
It's just that the sister is all for this relationship,
Mhm.
but when that was one of his excuses at some point in time, that meeting with the family
Yeah.
didn't go well, and then you could tell his sister was upset. Like you got the impression she wasn't really pro Nancy, but now she's like pro
Yeah.
Nancy.
But she's probably got more time to spend with her and stuff. They don't
Yeah.
show us, you know, got to know her better and stuff. You know,
But-
and then when they get to the freaking, you know, even when they're going into the wedding, right? Like Nancy leaves in that nice bag of stuff, right?
That
of
was
memorabilia.
sweet.
that was awesome.
Yeah, that was, and even his dad was like, "Man, this is something your mom would do." And Bartise kind of turned up a little bit. He's like, "Yeah, you're right, Dad." This is
Now
something
here's the
Mom
deal.
would do."
I don't think Bartise is going to say yes, and I'll
I
tell
don't
you
either.
why. Because like when he's going through that, he starts getting really emotional. Like that might be the last time he talks to her or sees her.
Right.
If he was going to say yes, then I think he'd be excited, ready to move on with the next phase of their lives. So I think he's leaning more towards no,
I
but
think
he
he is,
knows she's a good woman.
I think he has some guilt about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I think that just shows him she is a great woman. I mean, everybody believes she's beautiful, but him. He's got to believe she's beautiful. Like I don't know, but
She's awesome, and she's
Yeah,
all
she's
in on
cool.
him.
Yeah.
She's all in on him.
I mean,
she is
she
definitely one that will take care of her.
Yeah, I mean, she lied to him a
like-
little bit in the front about her ex-boyfriend being part of her business and all that. But I mean, really, I mean, that's not to me. That's not really not a lot to get past. I don't think it was just one house that they freaking had together. It's like fine, just sell the damn house or two, whatever.
Whatever.
Just sell them or have him buy her out or whatever. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I think he was in that kind of conversation. He was kind of looking
Yeah,
for things
I agree.
to
Which
get
sort of
out.
pick at, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But yeah, I think he got really emotional because I think he plans on saying no,
Mhm.
and he
I
doesn't.
agree.
He doesn't want. I don't think he wants to hurt her, but he knows it's going to, and she doesn't deserve it.
Maybe this is a real like game time decision for him. I don't know.
Maybe.
Right.
But they do talk about him talking to his friends. He's like, "Are you going to make the toast?" And blah blah blah. Like he's making plans
Yeah,
Right.
that's
for
awkward
the
too.
reception.
That's what I don't get is, you know, we've seen the first wedding, how that went, but how can
Mhm.
you get up there, act like you're having a good time, smile, look in the other person's eyes and everything, and then say no?
Dude, because I guarantee you that's part of the show. Netflix makes them do that,
They
right?
must
And they
sign
have
like
to,
a
dude.
hardcore NDA. Like, don't
Uh-huh.
even talk about the NDA, and then this is the stipulations here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So
It's-
they're doing something editing wise. I wouldn't even be surprised if they refilm certain scenes to make them.
Yeah,
certain
that's
way.
definitely possible.
maybe. Yeah.
I mean, I haven't heard anything like that, but I wouldn't be surprised by it.
That wouldn't surprise me at all. Either.
So, what do you think, Bartise? Yes or no?
No, man.
No.
I'm with you guys. I
No?
think that emotional was like a goodbye emotional, and I think his
I still
mindset.
think there's a chance, but overall,
Saying
if I
there's
had
a
to
chance.
bet, he would say
Yeah.
no.
And I really feel for Nancy because that's gonna be
Yeah, poor girl.
she's all in on him, and I think she
Well, the brothers and the mother probably ain't going to take it too well.
Mhm.
No.
Exactly.
And that's the thing with this one is like a
Mom's gonna
lot
cut
of
'em.
family is here for this one.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
So
a lot of her family. Yeah, well, I guess some
Well,
of his
yeah,
family's there
his
too.
family's there
but-
too. So yeah. All right, Raven and SK.
Ooh,
Oh, that was crazy, yeah, man. That was crazy. Holy cow,
I
dude.
have to say, since this is our third Geek episode about this show, I did not like Raven at first. I didn't see what everybody saw as far as
'Cause
her
you're a
being
woman
the
hater.
smoke show,
That's
'cause
right,
I'm a
you're a
woman
woman
hater,
hater.
apparently. I didn't see it. I really didn't like her with the whole working out while Bartise was
Yeah, it was messed
pouring
up.
his heart out. I thought she's just cold and
I
just
don't know
I
if he
didn't
was
like
really
her.
pouring his heart out. He was telling a story,
I
and
know.
it might not have seemed
he
like
thought
a
he
big
was pouring his
deal.
heart
Yeah,
out.
he thought he was.
he thought he was.
Yeah. I don't know. She felt just distant and too into herself and not into the process or whatever. But I gotta say, I've watched her through these episodes grow. I don't think I've seen maybe she hasn't actually grown and she's just been this way all along, but I can see it with the way they've edited it and showed me that I really think she does want this committed relationship. She does want to be somebody's wife and put somebody
And
else
settle
first
down,
and
yeah.
settle down. And she's also I don't know.
Yeah,
And
she.
I can see the
she's
beauty.
amazing looking.
I can see the
Yeah.
smoke.
Easy to see the soft side of Raven, who's really emotional, who's really looking for love, who's really into
Yeah.
this relationship, and you're like, man, this is
I
I like
think
this
she
Raven.
really
you know?
loves him.
Yeah.
I think, and
No, she does. Yeah, no doubt about
I'm
it.
like, I don't know. She's
I mean,
kind
her
of
connection with his mom, you know, the way she's talking to his mom, and and just like she ready to be part of the family. I was like, man, she's.
Well, at first she's talking how she doesn't really like fit in with the rest of the girls and their ideal of what a wife is.
Yeah. Well, I do find it was kind of odd in the shop where she was dressing or shopping for the headdress thing.
Oh yeah, the moms.
And she was there with the mom and
his aunt, he was his aunt or something like that too.
Yeah. And they're like, you got to make sure that you have food stocked all the time and stew.
You gotta have the stew.
You know, and like all these wifely duties, and you need to make sure you respect it, and you respect him, and that you're not doing anything that's out there in the world. You know,
can't be out gallivanting around talking to other dudes.
Don't bring
on the mall.
shame upon your house, kind of thing. And she's just kind of staring at him like,
oh, dude, look at her face, man. She's really mortified, man. Like, what?
But. And it was like she was just kind of taken aback by that. But you do see her really kind of adopting those, you know, she wants to be a part of that family.
Yeah, it's funny when she has a later conversation with SK and she's like, your mom told me number one thing is like to have stew.
He's kind of laughing about it, you know?
He's like, I could think of some other things,
right.
But you should always have stew.
Good, yeah. I do like me some stew.
And SK doesn't do basic, he says. So he's all about it at this point in the show.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Now, what'd you think about her trying on the Nigerian headdresses and stuff like that? I mean, she's really trying to incorporate that culture.
Yeah, that was cool.
But I think the issue is like they don't seem to be respecting what she wants too much.
Yeah, exactly.
I do.
She mentions that.
Yeah, I just do feel like she's giving a lot. I mean, not that, you know, she's standing true to wanting the traditional American wedding dress. You know, because a girl dreams about that growing up. You know what I mean? So, and she's like, okay, well, I can wear the headdress, and that's a good compromise. But what is he bringing to the wedding?
American,
right? For her culture,
you can't wear a bow tie with your.
It's like the whole wedding theme is Nigerian, and then she's wearing this American wedding dress, and so it's not really a blend, even though they keep talking about it being a blend.
Even the music and everything at the wedding, and everything.
It was all Nigerian.
And I mean, she didn't have many families, so maybe she was willing to do that because most of the people there were from his side. So I don't know.
And he has a big family, right? So
I just see a loss of sense of self on her part.
Well, you know, they make it all freaking sunny and roses for the most part, and you know, I mean, their date was beautiful, man. They were out there.
They didn't have much drama.
No, man, I mean, they were cuddled
up.
Episodes, cuddled up, talking about how much they love each other.
Yeah, I mean, what Alexa said looked like After Hours Cinderella or something like that. So
yeah, that was awesome.
I'm like, wow, I was turned on.
She looked good.
You know, I mean, they get up to that altar, man, and that's just when everything went crazy, man. I was like, holy.
And you
crap.
don't, you know. From this point, you probably think Raven is more likely to say no.
Well, you would have thought that several episodes ago, but now in my head, I'm thinking she's going to say yes. Like, I'm like, okay, I think Raven's going to say yes.
I thought it was happening.
Yeah, exactly.
I was
I
very
thought he would say yes. And then SK, and he took longer than normal. Like, even the guys that normally say no or the
everything
girls.
Everything was cool until they asked him, and then you can see like his lips kind of tremble, like he's thinking and
his mom's saying it for him.
I do.
His mom was really cool throughout that,
man,
and I think she was surprised and felt for Raven.
She went and talked.
Yeah, and that was cool.
To Raven, I really liked that.
Well, and the way he said it, he started out right, like, "Hey, right now just ain't the right time." I don't think, but then he kind of just like it fell off from that. It's like, you know, it's not the right time because your family's not here. You know,
that's what I was thinking. Like maybe you
need
your mom and your grandma present and stuff, but I don't know if it was about that.
No. But then he started talking about like she wouldn't consider moving to California with me, and I'm like,
which that's messed up because you know he knows coming into this, it's filmed in Dallas, Texas. It's from people with Dallas, so why would you expect somebody from Dallas to just up and implant their life?
And they had talked about that.
I think we're missing part of the conversation where maybe she said. She was like really firm and not willing to give it all.
Yeah, maybe.
That. And maybe he was like, I'm going to go to college and then we'll see where we can go after that. And she's like, I'll tell you where I'm going.
Right,
Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, right,
so who knows?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, so, you know, like I said, we see, you know, an hour's worth of a 24-hour day, right? And it's just little tiny chunks of it. So.
And maybe Raven was caught off guard about that. Like, I never was expected to ask to move or something like that. I don't know.
I'd like to see that they're still together.
Yeah, I hope they are. You know, but the thing that what kind of irritated me too is it was awesome that her mother went in there and talked to Raven. His mother went and talked to her, and that was great. You know, but why didn't he at some point? Like, exactly. Like he should have went in there and like, hey, listen, honey, I love you. You know, I love you.
He didn't give me the warm and fuzzy that he was.
I thought he was leading that way at first when he said it's just not the right time.
Mm-hmm.
But then it kind of, like you said, it just went downhill from there. So I'm like, and then I felt so bad for her because she didn't do a shake where it was too, but it's awkward at that point in time when you leave, especially when you really don't have anybody there, but maybe your friends, like you don't have your mom or your dad or sister or whatever to come up there. And
no, I mean, she was all alone.
You know what
she was like, okay, I'm going to go now. Bye.
The other odd part is, where's her bridesmaids like comforting her? That seems a little odd too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, because she
you think they would have followed her out and went with her and be like, all right, girl.
A little odd.
Yeah,
almost like this is scripted to a certain extent or something.
You think this was the refilm?
Maybe. Why aren't they there? Like, she's in a moment of need.
Right. Yeah.
Why wouldn't they be there for her?
Now moving on to the final couple.
Final couple?
Yeah.
Cole and Zanab?
Yeah, man.
I have the most unpopular opinion on this one. But
these two are just, I don't know at this point, man.
Zanab was my favorite starting off, but things kind of turn a little bit here.
Yeah, she's a control freak, man. Bottom line, she's a freaking control freak.
Well, Cole's starting off good again because Cole apologized. She kind of accepts his apology, and then they're on the boat, having a good
date on the boat. Yeah,
you know what's odd about the boat, though? That I wasn't sure if it's the lighting or what, but they're talking about the lipstick and stuff, and then they show another scene where she doesn't appear to have any lipstick.
She wiped it all off. Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I think she wiped it all off because
maybe, but it just like skips.
Because I caught that too, and I'm like, because he kept complaining, your lipstick's getting on me. And she's like, well, it's smearing on me too. So I'm assuming she just wiped it all off, not have to worry about it.
See, and that is the one thing I really just don't like about Zanab is that right there. He's trying to like show you affection, love you, and you're like, my lipstick, I can't. Like, and he's like, I don't care if you get it on me. She's like, okay, but it's gonna get all over me. Like, and it's gonna mess up.
She's trying to look good for the show.
Yeah, she's definitely not. At least what we've really seen.
She's already been put down that she's a 9. She's trying to play up to the 10. So
I don't know.
She did look good though.
Yeah,
she looked good.
She looks good.
It's just she's not a 9. She's a 10 looks wise.
Yeah, she's gorgeous. I mean, she's gorgeous.
It's a no for me.
Like,
it's a hard no for me.
Well, they go to the bridge. They do the bridge lock, the key lock, and that was really cool.
And he did a little funny thing, dropping the fake lock.
It was funny because like I was watching it and I was taking notes, and I wrote down, this guy can't even get this right. But he fooled us all, and
that was cool.
Played the prank, which was fun.
But even that, everything she does just seems like it's a chore or a task. She didn't seem like it was a loving thing. She's like, yeah, we'll write this on it. It just...
She has a hard time letting loose.
Yeah, she's just...
I mean, even when
unless it's a Bachelor.
I mean, even when he busted out the freaking ping pong gun, just shooting little balls at her, she was kind of like...
Or the Nerf gun or whatever.
Oh, that did not go over.
I was like, dude, he just, he's trying to be a little playful, like, holy cow,
man. He's sitting there making dinner for her.
Yeah, making dinner, and then she takes over, and it's like... Let the guy make dinner.
He ain't doing it right.
Yeah, he ain't doing it right.
Season that chicken. So then he adds seasoning, but that side was already seasoned. You have to flip it over. Like, I mean, he was doing everything wrong. Like,
poor dude.
He's just like walking on eggshells in this kitchen. Like
why are you starting the potatoes late? They're gonna not even be ready by the time chicken's done. He's like, dude, we're gonna eat potatoes after, right? That's how I like to do it.
No, you don't eat the potatoes after. I mean, come on. I know you try to play that off, but you don't eat no potatoes after.
Someone's got a very Zanab-like personality. Is all I'm saying.
Like,
don't play me for a fool. I'm with her on that one. Don't play me for a fool.
And maybe there is a playful side to her because he keeps saying that, I get one side and one side. I've never seen it.
I'll tell you what the sense I'm getting is she's not into this dude, but is being forced to continue on with the show.
Maybe.
I
think it's going to be a no for them, though, for sure, man.
But they have that conversation where they're like, I love you, and you're worth fighting for or dealing with this, and then... he pops the are you bipolar question.
Oh yeah, and I was like, dude, what? I like, dude, you don't say it to any woman. I'm like, are you bipolar? What the hell?
Just
are you doing?
Way he like throws it out.
Well, and then he was like waiting for an answer. He was like waiting for an answer. He's like, no, are you?
He's like,
it's a legit question, all right.
I was like, oh, you're
he did try to play it off later, saying it was just a joke. But I was like, I don't think he was.
Like, bro, you're toast. Especially when he just waited there and he waited. He's like, are you?
I thought that was really inappropriate. But the funny thing about it is like her mood did swing greatly from when that question was asked. And he's like, see,
bipolar.
You were just telling me you love me. Now you're running out the door. Bipolar.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I actually liked his question. So. That kind of took the childish turn when he asked it that way.
Yeah.
But, well, you just should never have asked it. However...
He's like, do you even like me?
Yeah,
exactly, yeah.
That is a legitimate question. Yeah. She acts like every single thing he does is
annoying.
And she even said it is. She's like, yeah, most of the things you do, but you're changing, and I see growth in you.
Trying to change my boy.
And if I couldn't put up with it all, I wouldn't be here right now.
Right. If I couldn't put up with it, so it's like I'm gonna put up with it, and you're changing. I can see growth within you. But yet when he says, well, I just need you to show me a little more affection, more love. Well, that's not the type of girl I am. If you want that type of girl, then go be with them. Go find them. I'm like, why does he have to change to be with you, but you don't have to change to be with him?
Yeah, she didn't want to compromise. Well, and he was even nice enough. He even flat out told her, look, if I had to do it all over again, I would propose to you again today. Right now, I would propose to you again.
We said that on the boat.
Yeah, on the boat.
He might have changed his mind in the apartment.
Yeah, but it was still the same day, right?
It. So I really don't believe that. I think he was saying that to affirm her.
I would like to see them work. I really would, but I don't think it's going to happen.
And let's not forget, the parents still said, we will talk to you after you're married and stuff. Yeah. So maybe they know something.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe he's hinted to them.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I just can't. She's not the type of person for me, and she's definitely not the type of person for Cole.
Well, let me ask you, who says no?
They both. Whoever they ask first.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Both,
right,
it's
exactly.
a no for
it's
both.
A no. Ditto.
Right, yeah. All right, now we did couples, man. Let's get into the partying. Let's get into the parties.
Yeah, the Bachelor and Bachelor. I'm telling you, I'm hanging out with the girls on this one.
Oh, yeah. Well, at a regular strip club, though.
you
can go hang out at that one.
Fun either way.
You can go hang out at that one.
Fun either way if I'm with them.
Josh is like, hey, give me some of that.
You know that every.
Oh my God.
Didn't you say it seems like the girls always go to the male strip clubs, but the
guys never go to strip clubs.
Never go to strip clubs.
Yeah, the girls always get strippers in this show, like every season, but the guys don't get strippers. I'm like, what's up with that?
I mean, the rodeo was cool, and they're all wearing their
cool,
cowboy hats, looking fine.
They did the calf chase, man. It was cool, yeah.
Except for SK, he didn't do no calf.
Yeah, I was like, what's up with that, SK?
Come on, SK, man. Come on.
Dirty, man.
He's not. It's not really.
He was good with that cowboy hat on too.
Yeah. He knew it's not really his bachelor party.
He ain't getting married.
He ain't getting married.
So. He's like, nah, this ain't for real.
You're right.
Maybe if it was the real deal.
Right.
But.
And who comes out? Cole and catches.
Yeah, he did.
And that would
snatch that
not
purple freaking ribbon off that. He was good, man.
I would not bet on him
off
to
his
do that.
Shirt.
Yeah,
he was very excited.
Yeah, did like a Hulk Hogan there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
And the girls are doing shots, hanging out in the pool, and they got maybe strippers serving them, maybe not.
Not
strippers.
You're not? What the hell are you doing?
That should be your next shirt. Not a stripper.
There you go.
Yeah, but then they get to the strip club, and again, this is what really made me like Raven too. She was like, "Look, I'm not down with this." You know,
she's like, "This is kind of immature, whatever."
Like,
I'm past this.
Where the other women are all smacking ass and like, "Yeah."
Well, Nancy's like, got dollar bills in her shirt and stuff, and she's like, "I don't need guys junk in my face," and I'm like, "What?"
In her face.
When she went outside for that interview, dude, I just started laughing. I got my man I love. I don't need this junk in my face. But the whole scene's her with junk in her face.
You just got it all in.
Exactly.
But I'm with Raven on this. I get secondhand embarrassment. I don't know. I get uncomfortable. Like, I don't know. Where am I supposed to look? Well,
with her,
you're touching me.
With her being fit, you might expect her to be the most into it.
Right, yeah, exactly.
It's quite the opposite.
Up there getting down.
What are we doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that surprised me. I was like, and like I said, that made me appreciate her more. I was like, damn, man.
Now, Zanab did cut loose a little bit in there.
Oh, yeah, Zanab cut loose? Yeah. Her and Nancy, man, they were
that's because she's around people she likes.
Maybe that's it. Maybe she really have this nice, great personality.
When she's around strippers.
When she's around strippers. When she's around people she likes. But I believe the answer to Cole's question is that, no, she doesn't like you.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah.
And the guy's second part was lame. They just went to a bar and were crying their hearts out about women.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
she's a good woman, I tell you, man.
Yeah. The dudes don't get to have no fun, man. I was like, what's up with that?
Matt is doing his little pity party thing.
Next season, strip club for the men, Netflix.
Nah.
Yeah, heck yeah, yes.
Yeah. So what about Brennon and Alexa? They get married or not? That's a tough one, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna say no, man. I'm gonna say Brennan's gonna say no.
Well, up to this point, all good things, right? But then they do the little teaser for the next episode. Now, all of a sudden, it looks like Brennan's having some issues.
I hate this because, and what are we? We've seen 10 episodes so
10
far.
episodes.
10 episodes. Not once have you seen Brennon waver.
Nope. And he even said it to the guys. He was like, "Look, we've never had an argument. He's like, her and I have never had an argument. We've gotten along this whole time."
Never even wavered on his decision. And then cut to him walking to the venue. He's like, "Yeah, I don't know. Today doesn't feel right."
It doesn't feel right today. Out of all the days, today is the day that don't feel
then
right.
Sheldon like talking to his mom. He's like, "Look, I'm so sorry." She's like, "It's okay." And it's like, "Damn, I guess this is gonna be a no."
Yeah, I don't know.
But at that point, I was already thinking he was probably gonna say no anyway, just based off the kind of vibes you were getting across.
Season 1, they had that one couple that was strong all throughout, and that one chick said no.
Oh,
and then that guy's like, "Get this camera off me."
Yeah.
So maybe it's one of those situations.
Yeah, maybe.
She actually is on TikTok, like posting a bunch of spoilers about how the show works. By the way,
Oh, really?
she was saying that the engagements all happen on the same day. You know, when we edit and watch it.
Yeah, it makes sense.
That's not a
we
big
thought
deal,
Alexa and
got married
Brennan
proposed earlier.
Yeah, it all happens on the same day.
Yeah,
well, he did know probably on the first day though. So
maybe.
I mean, he even like is rejecting Colleen early on and stuff like that. So
he was all about Alexa.
Yeah,
but now she's doing the rejecting.
Yeah,
good on.
Yeah, no, I think it's no, man. What do y'all think on that one?
No,
I think it's gonna be Brennan. I think Brennan's gonna say no. I think she would say yes.
I'm not big on Alexa, so
I think Alexa would say yes.
I like Brennan. Just something about her.
I like Alexa.
I mean, Alexa's cool. I don't think Brennan would fit in with her family and her friends.
No,
you know,
I just don't like how he's being pushed around a lot.
Yeah, no, he's a yes man in this whole situation.
Yeah,
and I think he's had enough of it, and he just isn't showing us that. But I think he's gonna say no. This
is like the reverse of, or the flip flop of SK and Raven. You know, whereas Raven's kind of got to adopt this way of life. He's got to adopt this way of life.
Yeah, no doubt.
So, any final thoughts on this? I thought this would be the finale, but no, we got one or two more episodes.
See, yeah, that shocked me, man. Because when I started going to the 3rd or the 10th episode, I'm like, damn, man, how the hell are they going to get through all of them in this? I was like, there's no way. And sure enough,
bamboozled us.
Right, exactly.
Well, here's the problem: none of them get married. If with what we're saying,
yeah, pretty much.
You know, we're saying. You know, we were kind of sure SK and Raven were happening.
Yeah.
A little.
At
least after these 3 episodes with Raven coming around. But
someone's got to say yes.
I'll tell you, the ones that'll say yes, it's going to surprise the hell out of me, but I could totally see this couple saying yes, and I don't know why, would be Cole and Zanab.
Again? Still?
I hope not. I hope
you know what?
not.
I think
You think we're being tricked?
I think we're being tricked on that one. I think that if there's any couple that's going to say yes, I think it'll be them.
They're going to be miserable.
Yeah, I think they're going to trick us, and I think Cole and Zanab are going to say yes.
They are both going to be miserable.
That's what I think.
If that happens,
I have a hard time seeing it just with the way they treat each other at this point.
But again, we're seeing very limited, tiny little bit of amount.
That's true.
You know? I think if there's going to be a surprise, that's going to be it.
I don't know. I could see Colleen and Matt, but
I don't know about that.
I hope not.
I guess that's possible. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
I think Matt really wants to get married.
I think he does, yeah. But I guess the real question is Matt ready to get married? He still ain't over his past relationship, how bad he got hurt, all that. He probably ain't ready to get married yet because he's just too much of a, where you at? What's going on? You tell me. You tell me.
Colleen is that kind of woman that's gonna reassure him.
Yeah, exactly.
Because she hasn't had any long-term relationships or anything. So
yeah, I don't know. Even his voice said, we call him 2-date Matt. You know, so go on 2 dates with a chick and leave. You know, he's like, so you're the first person that he's been involved with more than 2 dates. You know, so he hasn't even gotten that involved in the real world yet, right? In his actual personal relationships. So
he's good at running.
Yeah, exactly.
It ain't a game. This is his life.
Yeah, exactly. But hey, like Josh said, hey, thank you for all of our subscribers. We've been chatting with a lot of you guys. It's been awesome.
Yeah.
And hey, as always, if you haven't done it yet, please hit like and subscribe, and we will check you guys next time.